Hi, welcome to the Commercial Gas Engineer channel. This is a continuation, my first site as a commercial gas engineer, and this is in October 2019 onwards. In this particular site, I was changing the heating element. Here it is. You can see the old and the new side by side. There it is there. When you open it up, it helps to have water in there as you're, loosening it up. Okay, on this particular site, it looks as though I was draining down a gas-fired water heater in order to change it. So here we have it above, disconnecting to drain down. I believe that this was done in one day. Here's the unit out, managed to get it out the back door. Here's the space where the unit was going to go back in. And here's the pipe work getting ready. Here's the unit by the van. This is another site with an air handling unit. I believe there was a problem with heat getting into the building. Let me know if you've worked on any of these York air handling units. Oh, and here's that gas-fired water heater that's going to be replaced. And here it is, piped in. So we've got our D1 and our D2. Remember that the length of this pipe should be a maximum of 600 millimeters. And then the minimum of this pipe here should be 300 millimeters. Remember your unvented guidelines. In here, I was carrying out some work on some warm air units. This was the van I was using at the time. Doesn't look like I have much tools in here. At this site, I believe I needed to get out this Ideal Mexico and replace it. The floor standing boiler. Here it is. So I was in the bathroom draining down from a radiator, draining it down into the toilet. And this was the loft space with an expansion vessel in the loft and a quick fill. This is the wiring underneath the boiler. And this is during the job. It wasn't easy getting this boiler down the stairs. And this is the gaping hole left by the boiler. And they're now trying to make space for the new boiler. So it was boarded up. I was trying to see where the boiler could go. So getting ready to put the new boiler in. There's the old boiler outside. And here's the power flush machine. We were changing the position of the boiler because it wasn't really going to work lower down. This is during the core drilling. It's nice to actually have a proper core drill for this. I was just using my Hitachi drill, but it took so long. So here's the boiler. Then whilst on this same site, I believe there was a boiler that I had to check. Another boiler in another part of the building. Temperature was just about okay. It's an Ideal Mexico Super RS 80. And here's the two flues outside. And this is me diagnosing in a very dark room. Checking temperatures in the building. Have a fireplace. Other temperatures. So some radiators were getting hot, some weren't. I was getting pictures to have proof of which radiators were getting hot and which weren't. And this is a continuation of that boiler job I was doing in the same building. This is underneath, new filling loop. And this is another job. Here is another site. I believe at this site I was changing a supply or extract fan. I believe it's this fan over here. Kitchen extract, I believe. So here we are. Here's the fan. Fan motor to be changed. The bar extract fan. So here it is here, 3-phase. Here's our old extract fan. So you can see we had to put dots on them so that we put them back in correct. And this is it from the distance. So I had that wired up. I guess when you put these on, if the fan is not extracting and it's supplying, then you know you've got it the wrong way around. And then here's the inverter for that extractor fan. It's right here. This is it from another angle. And then this is the speed and its percentage. And this is being there in the nighttime still. And this is another fan that is being installed. The situation here looks as though I was installing a boiler. So this looks like the new boiler going in, a Keston. And this is it from the distance. And here's when we got the Keston on the wall. And then this looks like me doing some servicing as well at the same time. I don't know if it was in the same building, but just doing some filter bashing, cleaning these filters, popping them out, changing the media. And then this is the continuation of that boiler install. And this is more servicing and the media being changed, cutting it up to suit. It was quite early in the early hours of the morning. And more box filters to be replaced on these Dakin units. In the scenario here, looks as though I was doing some work on a pressurization unit. Looks as though I was changing this pressurization unit. Out with the old, in with the new pressurization unit. Get it on and test it. It was a Jet Mini 130 HL. So in that same plant room with the Jet Mini, this is what else was going on in there. And then I believe I was doing some servicing. I was here with my colleague cleaning down some of these outdoor units. We were using some chemicals and just giving the units a good clean, spraying away. Okay, changing another cylinder. Now changing some of these, or should I say removing these outdoor heaters. Ever changed any of these or installed any of these? This was my opportunity too. They were very heavy. I think in this scenario here I was changing one of these pumps, a condensate pump, because the plant room was flooded and the condensate pump was not working. Yep, nice and flooded. Yeah, it looks like I was carrying out some servicing and I was just checking a mini Magna Clean. There it is over here. Do these ever confuse you? You know where you have to wash your hands and you're looking where the tap is? The ones that you have to kneel on. As many times I've come across these and these throw a lot of people off because you just have to kneel on them, but you're looking for a tap and so on. But when you know, things can be easier. But when you don't know, it can take you a while to work out what's going on. So here it is. Push, it says. The dreaded parking warden. Do I have a ticket? Phew, no ticket. So I was changing the pumps on these pressurization units. It was one of these Flamco's PQMs, 81s, BS, you know them. And once again, here are these outdoor heaters. They were taken out and then removed from site. This is the area that they were taken from. Okay, this is a Valent pressure sensor that was blocked. And you can see it here. We have a lovely flame picture there. And here it is when it's off. And here I am changing a secondary hot water pump. And here is an actuator I cut into and the pipe was completely blocked. All right, thank you for joining me. This has brought me into 2020, in January 2020, about 3 years from now. Okay, please leave comments in the section below. Bye.